here we go. Where's my arrow?
I would can I just tell the fellas that
you want to tell the fellas something?
I want this
back to Jimmy.
I want this to be the thumbnail on this video.
Make a note of it.
This would be the thumbnail. Okay.
And Andrew. All right, here we go. Betsy
and then you make the headline very vague.
All right, yes. Vague headlines. Hey, Betsy is so sweet looking. Did you get her microchipped? It's a must. Sandra, we did. Thanks for asking. Here we go. 2014, Obama stopped all gain of function in U.S. Fauci third parties his research through EcoHealth to China. 2017, Trump allows gain of function in U.S. NIH makes almost $1 billion in royalties. No disclosure. Nothing to see here. Tomfoolery. Thank you, tomfoolery. Go. All right. My arrow is being... Has anybody considered that their COVID plan didn't kill enough people and now they want to nuke the planet? Skipazzi.
I considered it.
I don't want to consider it.
I'm really not considering the alternatives, actually.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much just considering that.
I'm blocking it all out. Jimmy, have you read about Ramana Maharishi? He was a guru in India that Carl Jung respected and was influenced by. Scorpion, thank you for that reminder. Come on. Okay, I think this is that. Is that why it's having problems? Maybe. Read that one, tomfoolery. I got a strange email from Mossad assassins. Hemkar. I don't know if I'm going to open to see that. Look back at the timing of the pandemic. Epstein was arrested and Prince Andrew, Clinton, and many others were about to get fucked. Skipazzi. How do we know Israel is not the 51st state? Because if Israel were the 51st state, they'd only control 2 senators. Oh, Sparky, look at you, dropping the truth. Vietikus, I had a strange physical thing happen to me, and wouldn't you know it, they corresponded to dates on the obedience card of someone I know.
Hey, guess what?
Back to Jimmy.
Guess what? Bird flu infects the 3rd U.S. dairy worker. Michigan set to expand testing. By the way, this is brought to you by the same folks who lied to you about every other thing that has happened in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
I know some of my Hollywood friends can't wait for the bird flu to take its place of COVID. I know those people.
Oh, can we mask again?
Finally, something new they can pretend to be right about for 10 minutes until they figured out they're wrong again. Get ready, America. Here comes your next IQ test.
Yeah, that's what
this is.
These are all IQ tests.
Let's see if everybody is as stupid as we were 4 years ago. Let's see if you've learned one single effing thing, or does Darwin have other plans for you altogether? The bird flu. Let's listen to what here it is. Dr. Peter McCullough, friend of the show, warns that the bird flu response is a giant threat to the food supply. Let's hear what he has to say.
I mean, one of my patients told me for sure that they're coming on farms with hazmat suits, doing mass PCR testing of healthy animals. All that's going to do is raise a false case count and create orders for mass culling.
So let me ask you this, doctor. What do you think's going on? Because it's right before an election. They're trying to...
So they're going to he's saying they're going to jack up the numbers of these bird flus, and they're going to start killing our food supply. That's what I heard him say. That's what culling is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready to eat beetle paste, motherfuckers.
Or those new Bill Gates tumor burgers.
That's the fake meat.
They're made out of calf abortions or cow abortions. Amazing. It's amazing.
Well, we're all pro-abortion right now.
UN treaty. They're hyping it. They want people to wear hazmat gear. It looks like a rerun of 4 years ago to me.
I would predict we're so ready for this, Alex. We know that iodine, nasal sprays, and gargles work fine. Wellness company, we expanded our contagion kit. We know that Tamiflu and hydroxychloroquine work fine, started early. So we have this so well covered in humans. We shouldn't lose a single human with this. I don't think there's going to be a threat to mankind. I think this is a giant threat to the food supply because the response is this elective.
You see that? America's largest egg producer kills 1.6 million chickens, halts production in Texas after finding bird flu.
Great.
So the good news is you're not going to die of the virus. The bad news is we're all going to starve. I guess we're going to kick off World War III with the A good old school Great Depression.
Maybe a Dust Bowl or something.
Wow. And this would already be unbelievably suspicious if there were not one successive fire-destroying organic farming everywhere else in the world. But that's what's happening everywhere. And if you can't make the connection, Darwin has an award waiting for you. Here we go. He's got more to say.
Mass destruction of livestock. What I think should happen is I think we should get rid of all of this perfunctory testing and let the animals get through it. They'll get through this fine. We need an investigation to the gain-of-function research. It probably is being spread around by mallard ducks. I mean, it's in that duck population. It even spread to a dolphin off the coast of Florida. So I can tell you, it's in migratory.
Sure. So let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, though, they're rolling it out now for a power grab. It doesn't really affect humans. It's a bunch of hysteria. Knowing the bad guys trying to cover up the last evil thing they did with COVID, they need a new story to cover it up. We talked about this years ago. Disagree if you think I'm wrong, but then if you're in the enemy's brain, what do you think they're going to pull next?
They want mass vaccination, Alex. They want mass vaccination. We know that CSL, a company, Sequarius, has the audience vaccine. It's an antigen-based vaccine. They developed it with BARDA, a research unit of the military. FDA cleared it in 2021 with no human data. Now they have pre-purchased enough vaccines for the entire country. Right after this antigen-based vaccine, Alex, they have a self-replicating messenger RNA vaccine. CEPI, the international organization with the Koreans, they have a self-replicating messenger RNA vaccine. I think the end game for the bad guys is mass vaccination.
Well, U.S. Here's from the Financial Times. U.S. close to deal to bankroll Moderna bird flu vaccine trial. Hey, how do you know something's evil? The U.S. is bankrolling it. They're not bankrolling housing for veterans, right? Moderna. Wait, wasn't that the one that sucked even worse than Pfizer? Who sucks?
Yeah.
Hey, no, of course, the COVID vaccine is fantastic.
I meant they didn't make as much money as Pfizer.
They didn't make as much money. Yeah,
that's why they suck. I'm not. Obviously, get it in you.
Wow.
Hey, I'll bet when the food supply is low, you'll take your vaccine, right?
Wow.
If it's going to depend on you getting food. Hey, can I have my tumor burger? Not till you get the vaccine.
So I just want to let you know that this guy is Dr. Peter McCullough. He's one of the most cited cardiologists in the world. Or what is that his specialty, cardiology? I think it is. But he's at the top, if not the top published doctor in the country. He's definitely in the top 5. And he got COVID right from the beginning. He got COVID right.
I think Alex did too. I think Rogan. It's amazing the people who don't even have the qualifications of Peter McCullough who got it right. It's amazing.
He got it right.
Yeah, not for the wrong reasons.
So you can listen to the same assholes on MSNBC, CNN, New York Times, Washington Post, Fox News. You can listen to the same people who told you, Chris Cuomo. You can listen to all those people about bird flu. Or you can listen to this guy. I'm going to listen to this guy. Okay, how many is that?
It looks like we have 2 phone calls, so I'm thinking 9 stories. 9
With
stories.
The phone calls?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm going to go drink now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Hey, come to Phoenix, Arizona. I'm seeing you at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy this weekend.
Kurt's going to be at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy this weekend. I'm going to be in Rutherford, New Jersey, and then in Minneapolis. Go to Minneapolis. We had a great time last time we were in Minneapolis. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. All right, Kurt. Great to see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy.
What do you got for me? Okay, you want me to talk to you? Oh.
Yeah. Big screen camera 4, please, while Jimmy makes his exit for his explanation with Misha. Right, doesn't it? I know, trying to make it sound official. I think my dog's out there somewhere. All right, that goes to Misha. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You come on back. Let's do this. What a show, huh? What a show. Okay, close that down. All right, let's see here. It is a reason for Biden to hide in the basement for another election without seeing people. Snorky. Good on you, mates. Kapatsy. Jimmy, all COVID deaths do matter. It's just those deaths already mattered. When we classified them as unvaccinated for dying within 14 days of a dose 2, it wouldn't be fair to classify them again. Seaweed. Research the U.S. government MTA weapons development program. It's warp speed for war machines. Oh, Rick, depressing. Okay, let's do this. Howdy, Steph partner. Howdy. Okay, here we go. Eosh, who's done more research on the subject than the good people at the pharmaceutical industry? They say it's harmless. Why would they lie? If you're dead, you can't get the booster. Okay, that was Eosh. It's almost as if they wanted to kill and injure a bunch of useless people. See article in New York Times, Atlantic, TED, etc. on the rise of the useless class. Yikesy, Hannah, sir. How do we know Israel is not the 51st state? Because if Israel were the 51st state, they'd only have 2 senators. I read that one, right, Sparky? I had something strange physically happen to me. Oh, Vianticus, sorry to hear about that one. People got to stop fucking these birds, Garble. Garble, I don't think you're following the science on that one. I don't think so. You know, Blaster and Master from Beyond Thunderdome, Israel and the U.S., Vianticus Prime. Mass culling is absolutely evil. It's the animal equivalent of genocide. We as an entire society are going to pay for all this evil that has gone on so long in our names. Hannah, sir. I recommend these 2 books, Ramana Maharishi and The Path of Self-Knowledge by author Osborne. Be As You Are, The Teachings of Ramana Maharishi by David Godman. I'll make sure to send those titles to Jimmy. And that was Scorpion. Research the U.S. government MTA weapons development program. It's warp speed for war machines. That was Rick's. Thank you, Rick. Seaweed. Jimmy, all COVID deaths do matter. It's just those deaths already mattered. When we classified them as unvaccinated for dying within 14 days of dose 2, it wouldn't be fair to classify them again. Seaweed. It's really good. It's be a really good thing for people to understand what actually causes evil, but no one is interested. We're interested, Hannah, sir. Thank you. Big screen camera 4 for me right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Big screen camera 4. Last one, Building 7 went down as the first COVID death. Vianticus Primi. That's it for the Rumble rants and super chats. Okay.
themselves. They found a rabbi hole Jews in the walls. Isn't it bliss? The rabbinical grace soiling the mattresses. Well, let me tell you. If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, you know, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, you know, the babies that have been murdered, you know, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, you know, money poor people. You know, this government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But you know, something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. You know, we don't really know what war is. You know, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, you know, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison, but they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, you know, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, you know, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators, and they're going to have riots on their hands. You know, they're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. You know, we have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating, you know, what we need, what needs to be done. And, you know, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. I mean, you know, don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, you know, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, you know, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, you know, this system and those backing the officials running this system, you know, want people to believe that revolution means violence, you know, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. You know, when people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. You know, they get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. You know, every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit